The discoveries scientists are making in the deepest parts of the jungle are absolutely terrifying. From unknown creatures stalking the shadows to unexplainable remains that defy all logic. And this chilling drone footage that captured something truly sinister hiding in the canopy. These disturbing anomalies are proving that the jungle hides secrets we were never meant to find. The Appalachian Stalker.
Is that a cow?
While exploring a dense wooded hillside in the Appalachian Mountains in broad daylight, a hiker captured this heart-pounding footage of a pale, distorted figure suddenly bursting from the thick brush.
Is that a cow? What is that? Oh, frick!
The creature's emaciated humanoid frame and supernatural speed allow it to vanish into the foliage in a split second, leaving the terrified witness completely defenseless against such a predatory and agile anomaly. The Purple Anomaly. An explorer in a tropical zone documented a discovery that defies modern biology. Resting in his hands is a small purple and pink creature with massive eyes and strange protrusions on its skin. This bizarre entity does not match any known amphibian or insect classification on Earth. The man carefully handles the specimen, but its total lack of identification has left local scientists completely baffled. The Gray Phantom. In the deep woods of an isolated reserve, a night vision trail camera was triggered by an unseen presence. In the background, a faint and blurry gray silhouette slowly glides between the tall, thin tree trunks. The figure lacks defined physical features and moves with an unnatural smoothness that defies typical animal locomotion. It appears for only a few brief seconds before completely dissolving into the darkness of the forest. The Creeping Pale. While recording in a dense woodland area, an explorer aimed his flashlight at the low vegetation. At the far end of the frame, a pale figure with reflective eyes is seen crouching and slowly crawling through the branches. The entity keeps its body extremely low to the ground, observing the cameraman with an unsettling stillness. It clearly behaves like a predator, assessing its prey before quietly slipping back into the deep shadows. The Bush Stalker. Two hikers navigating dense foliage cautiously approached a thick bush after hearing a series of strange noises. One of the men carefully pushes the branches aside, trying to locate the source of the disturbance hidden inside.
Saeta tiene unos colmillotes. Oiga, le metieron algo. ¿Eso es como un cachorrito o qué? Mira, enfócalo. Pase, enfócalo bien. Llega ya.
Although the camera cannot fully capture the creature, the hikers' sudden terrified reactions confirm that a dangerous animal was waiting inches away. Realizing they had walked into a deadly trap, the men immediately backed off and fled the area. The Cave Dweller. While exploring a rocky cave entrance in a dry, remote region, a cameraman pointed his lens directly into the pitch-black depths. Suddenly, the flashlight illuminated a hidden entity lurking in the darkness, proving that these isolated caverns harbor undocumented and dangerous inhabitants. sepia watcher. During a daytime trek through a dense forest, an explorer recording the landscape spotted a dark, humanoid figure standing motionless in the distance. The tall entity makes no attempt to hide, boldly observing the intruder from the trees before the footage abruptly cuts off. The Mud Trail Anomaly. While trekking through a remote Panamanian jungle, an explorer stumbled upon a massive, rusted metallic structure that strikingly resembled a piece of crashed spaceship debris. Covered in thick moss and reportedly emitting a strange, unsettling vibration, this bizarre technological anomaly remains completely unexplained by anyone who has seen the footage. The Skeletal Walker. A night vision trail camera set up to monitor wildlife deep within a forest captured an extremely tall skeletal humanoid. Walking past a thick tree trunk. The creature's emaciated frame and unnerving proportions match local legends of forest ghouls, terrifying the researchers who reviewed the raw footage. The Cabin Giant. A trail security camera mounted outside an isolated woodland cabin recorded a massive, hairy biped walking fully upright across the property. The sheer size of the beast and its confident stride provide undeniable photographic evidence of a large, undocumented primate prowling the woods. The Glowing Eyes. During a nighttime patrol in a rural area, a man with a flashlight spotted a massive dark figure standing motionless at the edge of the woods. Its two intensely glowing eyes reflect the light directly back at the camera, indicating a large, unidentified predator silently observing the cameraman. The Gray Giant. A witness filming a grassy clearing in front of a dense forest of tall, thin trunks captured an unnervingly tall, gray humanoid perfectly camouflaged among the trees. The creature's extreme height and unnaturally slender proportions completely rule out any known local species or human presence in this remote area. The Snow Walker. Recorded from a wooden balcony just before nightfall, this footage shows a massive dark humanoid walking through a snow-covered forest, bathed in a cold, bluish light. The entity takes incredibly long, slow strides across the frozen terrain, demonstrating a physical scale and stride length impossible for an ordinary person. The Aquatic Anomaly. While exploring a calm body of water, a cameraman filmed a bizarre, smooth-skinned creature floating right next to a submerged log and several aquatic plants. Its round head and strange appendages do not match any known aquatic wildlife, leaving experts unable to identify this bizarre water-dwelling organism. The Pale Peaker. During a nighttime jungle expedition, a flashlight beam sweeping across a thick tree trunk suddenly revealed a pale, slender creature hiding on the other side.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Viste sus ojos?
Dicen que es de mala suerte.
En los pueblos dicen que anuncia muerte. Pensé que eran solo supersticiones.
Míralo cómo nos observa.
Vámonos, vámonos ya.
The entity quickly peeks around the bark before rapidly ducking back into the shadows, displaying highly evasive and intelligent behavior.
En los pueblos dicen que anuncia muerte. Pensé que eran solo supersticiones. Míralo cómo nos observa. Vámonos, vámonos ya.
The daylight humanoid. While exploring a dense woodland in broad daylight, a cameraman captured a gray humanoid figure suddenly stepping out from behind a distant trunk. The entity's pale skin and complete lack of clothing suggest it is a reclusive resident of this isolated environment, perfectly capable of navigating the dry terrain undetected. The Cursed Lullaby. Filmed along a desolate, pitch-black dirt path, the camera captures a chilling encounter with a motionless figure dressed in a long white gown. Its face completely obscured by heavy black hair, set to the deeply unsettling sound of a haunting lullaby. The terrifying apparition suddenly breaks its frozen stance and glides into the darkness with unnatural, lightning-fast speed, creating a perfectly orchestrated nightmare. The Dry Forest Stalker. During a first-person off-road buggy ride through a dry forest, the driver suddenly stopped after noticing a strange anomaly ahead. Hidden among the thin tree trunks, an unidentifiable figure can be seen tracking the vehicle's movements, proving that this supposedly empty area is inhabited by something dangerous. The Chapultepec Screams. Recorded during a walk through a gloomy, fog-covered trail in the Chapultepec forest, this unsettling footage captures the exact moment deafening screams and guttural roars shatter the silence. Suddenly, the thick mist unnaturally vanishes into thin air, and the agonizing cries are instantly replaced by a deep, monstrous breathing, trapping the viewer in a perfectly orchestrated nightmare. The Night Crawler. In this late-night recording deep inside a forest, a cameraman slowly advances, sweeping his flashlight across the forest floor to investigate a strange noise. The sudden beam of light illuminates two pairs of glowing eyes hiding in the dark brush, completely exposing the unknown predator before the footage abruptly ends. The River Leviathan. An aerial survey filmed from a helicopter captured a massive, unidentified shape moving rapidly beneath the surface of a wide jungle river. The sheer size of the wake it creates indicates an enormous aquatic beast that easily dwarfs any known crocodile or anaconda in the region. The Pursuer. In this chilling night vision drone footage, a small human figure is seen sprinting desperately down a narrow forest path to escape an unseen threat. Seconds later, a much larger, impossibly fast silhouette emerges from the tree line, effortlessly gaining ground on the fleeing victim before the recording cuts out. The Giant Owl. A videographer exploring the jungle canopy recorded an enormous bird-like creature resting quietly on a thick branch. The animal's intimidating size and peculiar wing structure resemble a giant prehistoric owl, rather than any modern avian species currently documented by science. The bipedal anomaly. Recorded from an elevated position during the night, this footage shows a bizarre, disproportionate creature navigating the heavy brush. Startlingly, the animal suddenly stands up on two legs and walks away with a disturbing, jerky gait that proves it is not a normal forest predator. The jungle beast. Deep in a humid jungle, the camera captures a massive unknown beast walking slowly through the thick leaves directly toward the lens. Its robust physical build appears to be a terrifying hybrid between a bear and a large primate, making it an incredibly dangerous apex predator stalking the area. The moss anaconda. In a swampy jungle area, a cameraman managed to record this colossal anaconda resting right at the water's edge.
Miren esa serpiente. Pensé que era un tronco hasta que la vi moverse.
The massive snake is completely covered in green moss, acting as perfect camouflage to hide its enormous size from unsuspecting prey in the thick mud. The shadow quadruped. Filmed in a vertical format during the day, this footage captures a large, unidentified black mass moving rapidly through a dense forest. As it approaches the camera on four legs, its sheer size and dark fur suggest a formidable beast that does not align with standard animal sightings in this region. The submerged visage. During a terrifying night expedition in a murky aquatic environment, a flashlight beam revealed a pale, human-like bust, partially emerging from the dark water. The entity remains completely motionless in the flowing current, staring blankly with an unsettling serenity that makes this discovery incredibly unnatural. The crimson eyes. This short, fixed-angle shot, captured in a dimly lit forest, focuses on a massive, black-feathered bird resting quietly on a thin branch. Staring directly into the camera are two glowing red eyes that give this giant avian an intensely supernatural appearance, keeping the viewer completely on edge. The Night Stalker. Captured on a high-definition infrared camera deep within an isolated forest, this terrifying shot reveals a massive dark figure emerging with a threatening hunched posture.
Something is watching me.
Moving with predatory confidence on all fours, its muscular silhouette proves that a dangerous, unidentified apex predator is actively prowling the forest floor under the cover of total darkness.
Something is watching me.